Hi guys, and welcome to my YouTube channel. This is my first YouTube video ever. I've been wanting to make YouTube for a while now. I'm definitely one of those people that just kind of pretends like they're making a YouTube video whenever they're doing their makeup, doing their hair, cooking dinner. I figured why not actually just do it. I figured my first YouTube video should be about my houseplants. If you follow me on Instagram, if you know me, then you know that I'm obsessed with houseplants. I have a bunch of them. So I figured I would just show you guys the plants that I have in my house, where I have them, the lighting that they get. A lot of them have died recently, but it's okay. So I got my first house plant in like January or February of 2018, and that one died. It didn't actually die. I just gave up on it. I decided I needed to do some research. I went back and I got another plant, and that is still alive. So yay. In my house I have east and west facing windows, so I get pretty decent lighting, but it's really not great. Like my bedroom that I'm in right now gets pretty good lighting, my guest room gets good lighting, and then the dining room downstairs gets good lighting, but like my living room it does not get great light. So you have to be very wary about the type of plants that you put in places. If you're watching this video and you're thinking about getting houseplants yourself, I just want to say, if you have pets like a cat or a dog, be wary, because they can mess with plants and some plants can be toxic to them. I have a dog, she doesn't mess with my plants. Just a heads up, some plants are toxic to animals. They won't necessarily kill them, but they can make them sick. And some plants are toxic to dogs that aren't toxic to cats. So you just have to be careful there. Also, later in the video, I'm going to be doing a in memoriam for all of the plants that I have murdered along the way. Yeah, so I hope you guys enjoy this video. Yeah, I think we should just get into it. So yeah, let's do this thing. Okay, so now we're in my master bathroom. I only have these two plants here. Yes, there were more. Yes, they died. This cutie here is my first plant that I never murdered. We're friends. I love this plant. It's a parlor palm. It's a dwarf parlor palm. Honestly, I do really bad with palms in general. Actually, just majesty palms and me don't get along. Insane. We do. On my nose. It needs like bright indirect sunlight, which it absolutely gets right here in front of my window in my bathroom. This is a frosted glass window, so it gets bright indirect sunlight. Perfect for this one. It's actually a pretty easy plant to take care of, as long as it has good lighting. Truthfully, most plants do great when they have great lighting. The pot here I got from TJ Maxx. Honestly, most of my pots that I get are either from TJ Maxx, if they're decorative, very rarely Marshalls. It didn't have a drainage hole. Please don't fall out. I did have to put a drainage hole in there with an electric drill. Just a heads up, if you are thinking of putting a drainage hole into a pot, definitely don't use just like anything that comes with the drill. You need a special piece that goes into the drill bit. I believe it's like a glass / tile drill piece, and it works really, really well. This actually does have a saucer that's connected to it, so water can drain into it. So it actually does have drainage holes. I had this in a pot exactly like this that was smaller before I repotted it, and I didn't know that it was root bound because you can't see its roots. So I didn't want that to happen again because it started dying. So I just decided to make my own drainage hole. You can see there's new babies coming in like here and here. Yeah. This here is a mini Adam's ivy. I don't know who Adam is. This is a pretty decent plant to take care of. It's been doing really well. It's been growing great here. But yeah, it's been growing up. I'll show you another shot. I had to tape it to like the wall a little bit. Not the wall, like the, let me show you this white piece that's connected to my window. I had to tape it to that just to keep it held up. It doesn't harm the plant whatsoever. It's just gonna keep growing. But I also have it thumbtacked. I put a thumbtack in the wall, but not all the way into the wall. So there's like a space there where you can just kind of slide the stem in and it will just sit up. So I did that for that, and then I taped it a little bit where I couldn't thumbtack. And it's been doing amazing, sweetie. Pretty decent plant. plant. Definitely wouldn't recommend getting it if you're a first time plant person and you want a hanging plant, but it's doing really well. It's definitely growing towards the window because I can't rotate it. I do rotate all my plants, by the way. I rotate them every single day. You should rotate your plants. Those are the only 2 plants that I have in my bathroom. Like I said, I would like to have more. Honestly, it doesn't really get great light in here, but whatever. And other ones died. So yeah, now we're gonna move on to my master bedroom, and I'll show you the plants that I have in there. So now we're in my master bedroom, and I'm gonna show you guys the plants I have in here. These 2 plants here are called Joseph's Coat or Bush on Fire Croton. When I first got the 2 of them, they were actually in a pot together and they were doing pretty well together. But then this one, the little baby one, its new leaves that were growing in were getting obstructed by the stem of the bigger one, and I actually had some new leaves fall off because they just were not happy. So I live on a military base, by the way, so that's just totally normal. So anyways, so like I said, its little leaves were, the newer leaves were getting obstructed and some of them fell off. Was not having that. So I separated them and they've been doing really well. This is the exact same spot that I had it when I had them together. They are right here in front of this window. They get a lot of bright and direct sunlight, which is exactly what they need. They could take bright direct sunlight, which I do sometimes get, depending on when I open the window. But yeah, they are pretty happy. They're doing well. Oh, but the giant one actually flowered. This actually flowered like September of last year. It was super random. I didn't even know it could flower, but it did, and it was kind of cute for a minute, but not really. I cut the flower off, and since then nothing new has grown in yet, so I'm not sure if it's matured and is done with me, but we'll see, I guess. But yeah, this one flowered, but the little one didn't. Also, Joseph's Coat. What is with these names? Like Joseph. It's Joseph's Coat. Okay, so this plant here is called I don't know how to pronounce things. Siam Aurora. I don't know. It's a Chinese evergreen. This one likes low light, but I have it in this window where it gets really bright and direct sunlight, so it's been doing really well. I actually have another one downstairs. This is a really easy plant to take care of, if I'm completely honest. These 2 are a little rough, but like if you're new to the plant game, maybe hold off on these. But this one would do really well. So this here is a devil's ivy. This is literally the easiest plant to take care of, in my opinion. I have 5 of these. Easiest plant to take care of, I'm not kidding. They do really well in low light. Who doesn't love a good, I don't know what you call them, whatever. Plants that grow down, who doesn't love one of those? Easiest plant to take care of, no lie. I actually have this in a basket up there. It gets bright and direct light from this same window where all my plants are in the room. This is the only place that I have plants in my entire bedroom. But yeah, it does really well there. Yes, seriously. So if you are trying to become a plant person, plant mom, plant dad, if you want to become one of those, I would say getting a pothos devil's ivy would be a really good first plant to get. Oh, oops. Okay, so the last plants that I have in my bedroom are succulents. Let me just say, I suck at taking care of succulents. Just kidding, that wasn't funny. But seriously, I suck at taking care of succulents. I have murdered literally every single one that I have owned. My brother-in-law got me succulents for Christmas. I am determined to take care of them and help them live. They get bright and direct sunlight all day long. I honestly just don't know when to water succulents. Like, I don't know what you want from me. I think this one is, hen and chicks. This one is a jelly bean plant, or pork and beans. Such a stupid name. Who is naming plants? They have the stupidest names. This is a jade plant. This is an agave. This is an elephant bush. And this is a painted lady, I think. They honestly all succulents look alike to me. I was looking at them online trying to figure out their names, and I was just like, I don't know who you are. If I found a plant that nobody had ever seen, knew about, and I got to name a plant, I'd probably name it like Jefferson's Starship. You probably don't get that reference if you don't watch Supernatural, so it's funny to me, so whatever.
What do you call these?
Well, congrats, you discovered it. You get to name it.
Jefferson Starships.
Yeah, those are all the plants that I have in my master bedroom. They are literally all right here in front of this window. Yes, I would love to have plants in other places in my bedroom. Yes, I did have plants in other places in my bedroom. Yes, they did die. So now we are going to move on to my daughter's bedroom. Now we're in my daughter's bedroom. This is the only plant she has in her room. Honestly, her room is a junky mess. I'm so glad you guys cannot see outside of this. This room doesn't really get great lighting. It kind of gets low light. This plant gets low light. But yeah, this is the only plant that she has in here. This plant is called a goosefoot plant. It does really well in low light, which is a good thing because it's over there. I love this planter so much. I got this from TJ Maxx, and I also had to put a drainage hole, ding ding ding, in there myself. I'm handy. But yeah, it's been doing really well. It's been growing like crazy. I honestly need to repot this thing, but this is a really easy plant to take care of. You have low light in your house and you need an easy plant. This is another good one to take care of. Like, this is new coming in and stuff. When I put this plant into her room, it just immediately transformed it. I was just like, your room looks so much better. Honestly, putting plants in any room immediately makes it look better, which is exactly why I became plant obsessed. Now, JK. Now we're gonna go to the guest room where there is also just one plant. Okay, so now we're in my guest room. This is the only real plant that I have. That's fake, ignore her. So this is my real plant that I have. I'm gonna hold it up. Oh god, it's huge. Yeah, she's looking a little rough. I'm about to put this down. It looks so stupid. Stand under my umbrella, Ella, Ella, eh, 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 eh. Hey, calm down. By the way, it is a mass cane, or also known as a corn plant. No, it doesn't produce corn. I don't know why it's called a corn plant. I told you plants have stupid, stupid names. Like the other one was a goosefoot. I mean, actually, that does look like a goosefoot if we're being honest. It's actually one of the really easiest plants I've ever had. Definitely a really easy big plant. It does really well in low light. This is the brightest room that I have upstairs. I keep the window all the way open. It gets bright, direct sunlight in this room. It's coming in right now, but you can't really see it. But it gets really bright light. This gets bright afternoon light just for a few minutes. It gets bright in direct sunlight all the time. I had a neighbor that had one of these that was bigger than mine. She had it a lot longer than me. She actually had it around the corner here in the hallway, and it's dark. There's no light there, and it was growing. So they do really well in shade, low light. So if you want a big plant but you don't have a lot of lighting in your house, or you're just not great at taking care of plants, I would recommend this. You. JK. Alright, so now it is another day. I didn't get to finish filming yesterday because I only film when my child is at school. She's in preschool, so she's only there for 2 hours, so I had 2 hours to film, and honestly, it takes longer than you think. So it is another day, and it is hot. It's like 80 degrees, so I'm not wearing that sweater again. So now we are downstairs in my living room slash, what you can't really see, is my child's playroom back here. There's 2 windows over there by the wall. My front porch is right there. My front porch is covered. My front porch does get like bright direct sunlight, but that doesn't really transfer into my house. My living room is super dark. Nothing honestly can really survive in there. That's fake. That is also fake. Oh, and where you at? That's fake. So now I'm going to show you the plants that I have down here. All of them are low light plants. First up is my ZZ plant. This plant does really good in low light. If you are trying to become a first-time plant owner, you don't have great lighting in your house, you need an easy plant to take care of that also grows really big and beautiful, get one of these for sure. I don't have to water it that often, but it's been growing really well. This piece right here is brand new. It just kind of came in like a week ago. But yeah, these plants do well in low light. Like all plants, it would love bright and direct sunlight, but you know, you get what you get. And I need plants down here, and it's alive, so a good plant to get if you're just first starting out and you want to have like a big, nice plant. So, I have another one of these down here, another CM Aurora. I also have two double ivies down here. You can see this one here. And then I have another one closest to the window. I'll show you it too. This is the last plant that I have in my living room. I have it over there, right there. My living room is very dark, so I put this by my window so it can get some bright direct sunlight throughout the day. Sometimes I forget, whatever. I go like weeks without remembering. But this is what it looks like right now. This is called a sweetheart plant. They do really well in low light. This plant is actually really easy to take care of. Maybe easier than the devil's ivy. I have another one in my dining room. So yeah, those are all the plants, real plants, that I have in my living room. Now, we're gonna go to my dining room. Now we're in my dining room. This is my computer, my husband's computer, because I don't get on it. So this is where I have a lot of plants. This window here gets like the best lighting, bright, direct sunlight kind of comes in, but not on my plants. They usually get bright indirect sunlight. I have some plants over here as well. So I'm gonna show you guys my plants that I have. This little baby here is called a prayer plant. The reason why it's called a prayer plant is because it moves throughout the day. I thought it was going crazy, but its leaves fold up like praying hands. This is a cutting from a mother plant. I used to have the mother plant upstairs in my bedroom. It was doing fine for a long time. It even flowered twice, so it matured. These plants start to grow down, they start to trail down, and the mother plant, when it was trailing down, its stems started to like snap a little bit, which is why I started taking cuttings. The mother plant ended up dying, so it's dead. But I have this cutting, and I have like two cuttings in one pot outside. This is an easy plant to take care of. Again, all plants like bright and direct sunlight, but this can do well in low light as well. It's a really beautiful plant too. I love how beautiful she is. Yas, honey, yas. Again, I just have another devil's ivy. This is the newest one that I've gotten, so it hasn't started really prospering as it should, but you know, it will. Dead? Also dead. I'm working on getting new plants for those spots. This is my other sweetheart plant that I have. This one just gets bright direct sunlight. It's doing amazing, sweetie. This little baby here is, I think it's called like a radiator plant or a desert privet. I don't know how to pronounce words. It needs bright indirect sunlight, so it's doing pretty well. It doesn't really grow very fast. I mean, it's not dying, so I'm doing something right. Not that easy to take care of though. Wouldn't recommend just getting this right off the bat. This here is a elephant ears plant. Definitely wouldn't recommend getting this if you're just starting out. It needs like bright indirect sunlight, but it kind of gets like medium light. It's not easy to take care of. It's a very slow grower. I'm not kidding. I had 4 new babies grow in, and then months later, for no reason whatsoever, 4 just died. It gives me trouble. I feel like if it had better lighting, it would probably do a lot better. This is called a Janet Craig. I don't know who Janet is. Is her last name Craig? Is her middle name Craig? She kind of looks like a Janet. Pretty easy plant to take care of. I think it's kind of like a palm, but it gets like medium light. I have it over there, so it doesn't really get bright light, but it gets enough. It does well. I mean, is it easy? It hasn't given me problems. There are other plants you can get if you're just starting out. The last plant that I have in my dining room area is this friendship plant that I bought for myself because I don't have friends. It's not easy to take care of. Probably if it had better lighting, it would be. A lot of it has died. Then it starts growing back. It's a little difficult. I wouldn't recommend getting it right away. You're not supposed to get its leaves wet. They're very, not soft, but textured is what I would say. But they're called a friendship plant because they're very easy to propagate. So you can give them to your friends. Just kidding, I have friends. They don't live around me though. And any friends that I have here don't really care about plants. Those are all the plants that I have in my dining room area. Now I'm going to show you my front porch. Okay, so now we're outside. This is where I have the most plants. So this here is my Monstera deliciosa, also known as a Swiss cheese plant. Funny story about this one. I didn't buy it. I got it out of somebody's trash. Yeah, I did. So like I said earlier, I live on a military base, so a lot of my neighbors just move away. There's this lady that lived a couple streets up and she had some really nice plants outside. She ended up taking all of her plants that she had outdoors. But when I drove past the back of her house, I literally saw like a monstera leaf hanging out of her garbage. It was still in a pot. It looked like death. I will insert a picture. I was just like, should I get it? Should I not get it? And I just told myself, I'm just gonna take it. I'm gonna take it out of her trash. I'm gonna bring it home. I'm gonna water it. And if it lives, it lives. If it doesn't, it doesn't. And look at it. Look at it. Look at this thing. When I got out of the trash, it did have like new growth leaves coming in. I'm not sure why she threw it away and did look like crap, but I brought it back to life and I'm really happy about that because monsteras where I live are like $30 and that's just for small ones. It's been doing really, really good. I love you. I've always wanted one, but it's been growing like crazy and I love it so much. I have it right out here in my patio. It gets some bright morning sun. I love it so much. I'm so happy I got this. I cannot believe somebody threw this away. What a ding dong. This is my favorite plant. Hi, this is, what are you called? This is called a plum asparagus. Oh my god, it's so heavy. I'm putting it down. My next door neighbor that moved was getting rid of plants and I didn't really want any. She had a lot of really big plants because I already have enough as it is and one day I will be moving, so I didn't want to take a lot of her plants and then not be able to take them with me when I left. She ended up giving me this that she had in her front porch. I just have it down here on the ground. There's a bush right there, so it blocks it from getting bright direct sunlight because it cannot get bright direct sunlight. And also I know it looks like a fern, but it's not a fern apparently. It just needs shade. That's the thing about it, it needs shade. But I've literally never seen these plants anywhere before, but it's a beautiful plant. So cute. This is my banana leaf plant. This is a piece from another one that I have in my back porch area. There was like 3 in 1 pot. I just took this out and put it in its own pot. It gets like some bright direct sunlight in the morning, which is what it kind of needs, but honestly just bright and direct sunlight is great for it. It's not gonna make bananas, I can tell you that. Actually, my husband's grandmother has a banana leaf in her front yard that has been there since before my husband's sister was born. My husband's sister is 22. That thing just produced bananas in November. I had a lot of bananas, but this won't. This right here is a pygmy date palm. Nothing special about it. I got it on sale at Lowe's for $7. Like I said, me and palms don't get along. That rhymed. I don't really care about it, as bad as that sounds. Now I'm gonna show you guys the plants I have right here. Who are you? Oh no, I don't know what this is. I don't know what it is. It wasn't doing great for a while and now it's doing great, but it's doing okay. It gets some bright direct sunlight in the morning. It kind of looks like an umbrella plant. I also have another one. It kind of looks like it. It might be an umbrella plant. I don't know. Maybe. A cactus. I have 2 cactuses. This one is a ruby ball cactus. I mean, it's not dead. I don't know when to water it. I just water it every other time I water my other plants. This one is a balloon cactus. Again, I don't know when to water it. I think it's supposed to flower maybe in the summertime. Another devil's ivy. This is called a false Aralia. Finger Aralia. I don't know how to read words. This is a really hard plant to take care of. let me tell you guys about this. So there were 2 other ones in here with it and they died. I had this in my guest room. I just put it outside because I was like, well, if you live, you live, and if you die, you die. Then it just started growing. I did get another one after this thinking I could take care of that one if this one lived, but all of those died. It's growing like crazy. There's like little pieces down here. They're starting to pop in. It's just bushing out. So here's my other prayer plant that looks tragic. It's okay. It's kind of happy, but not really. This is a dwarf umbrella tree. I actually had one of these before. It was probably my 3rd plant that I got, and that one died. But this one's doing okay. Oh, never mind. All these plants are outside. The weather here, where I live in South Carolina, so the weather is either up, sometimes it's up, sometimes it's down, sometimes it's head is just spinning all around. So sometimes it's like 30 degrees outside at night, sometimes it's 40 degrees outside at night. It's the middle of January, but it's like 75 degrees today. It'll probably be like 60 something degrees tonight, so it's up and down. I do have a majesty palm in my back patio area. It's not doing great. It's just been dying. I don't really care about it. But yes, these are all of my plants that I have. Well, those are all the plants that I have outside. Yeah, that's it. And now, in memoriam. For the plants that have died at the hands of me. You were loved, you are missed. I am so sorry I killed you. Let the in memoriam be.
How many brothers fell victim to the street? Rest in peace, young nigga. There's a heaven for you. Be alive if I told you that I never thought of that. My niggas, we the last ones left. But life goes on. How many brothers fell victim to the street? Rest in peace, young nigga. There's a heaven for you. Be alive if I told you that I never thought of that. My niggas, we the last ones left. But life goes on. How many brothers fell victim to the street? Rest in peace, young nigga. There's a heaven for you. Be alive if I told you that I never thought of that. My niggas.
Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, like it down below. If you want to see more videos from me and you want to stay in the know, subscribe to my channel. I'll be posting more videos just about things that I'm like interested in sharing with you guys. I really appreciate you guys watching my video, and I will see you in the next one. Okay, bye.